Vishvambara, Vishvambara, Gaurachandra. Vishvambara, Vishvambara, Gaurachandra. Vishvambara, Vishvambara, Gaurachandra. Vishvambara, Vishvambara, Gaurachandra. Vishvambara, Vishvambara, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, 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 Gaurachandra, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Chananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, 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 Gaurachandra. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda, Gaurachandra. Nityananda. Nityananda, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda, Gaurachandra. Chananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, 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 Gaurachandra. Haridas, Haridas. Haridas, Haridas, Haridas. Haridas, Haridas, Haridas. Haridas, 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 Haridas. Haridas, 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 Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Rupa Raghunath. Rupa Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Raghunath, Raghunath, Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Rupa Raghunath. Rupa 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 Sanatan, Rupa Rupa Sanatan, Rupa Sanatan, Rupa Sanatan. Rupa Rupa Sanatan, Rupa 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 Sanatan, Rupa Rupa Sanatan, Sunat Rupa Raghunath, Rupa 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 Raghunath, Rupa Rupa Raghunath. Oh my. Woo! Rupa Raghunath, Rupa 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 Raghunath, Rupa Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Rupa Raghunath. Ah, ah. Hari Das, Hari Das, Hari Das. Hari Das, Hari Das, Hari Das. Ah. Hari Das, Hari Das. Hari Das, Hari Das, Hari Das. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, Gaurachandra. Gaurachandra, Nityananda. Gaurachandra, Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Ah, wow. Hoo 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 hee hee. Yeah. Oh boy. Let's see. This bigger picture here. Ah, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Where's Freddie? We want him to read. Come on, Freddie, Freddie, Freddie. Let's hear some Chaitanya Charitamrita. Come on, man. Let's hear you. Come on up here, man, and read some Chaitanya Charitamrita.
He cannot be far. I was just posting with him.
Oh yeah, he came on before.
He cannot be far.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, he'll come probably. Okay. In the meantime, I'll read something here. Let's read from. Let's see here. Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita. Mr. Basic here. Let's see here. So we're reading from chapter 9, I think. Chapter 9. Oh, yeah, Srila Prabhupada. So we'll read from this. Srila. Books. Hare Krishna. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Actually, let's read a lecture, just for fun. See, a lecture on Srimad Bhagavatam. Let's see, Canto 1. Okay, let's see what he has to say here. Canto 1. Hmm. This is London, August 1971. He starts out. Where is Where is spectacle? Yes, yes. Chant. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srila Prabhupada says, he quotes a verse. So, and then he says, purport. So, Vyasadeva is offering his obeisances. Oh, I'll read the verse here. Let me read the verse here. Oh, I guess, no, let's see here. Was it 1 here? Okay, let me get the book here too. Yeah, so Prabhupada quotes the verse and reads the verse. So I'll read the verse here. 1. O my Lord, Sri Krishna, son of Vyasadeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of the creation. the sustenance and destruction of the manifested universes. See, I have to say a few things here, unfortunately or fortunately. What is this here? What is going on here? Yeah, yeah. Isn't this fantastic? Isn't this beautiful? This absolute truth verse. Where is it? Where is it? Where is what happened to this database? I don't know what happened to it somehow. Okay, we're back here. Back. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. This is weird. Come on. It's not opening up. Why? Oh, man. Okay, here he is. Here we go. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna, son of Vyasadeva, O all pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Krishna because he is the absolute truth. See? Isn't that something? Absolutely true. Yeah? It's so important to have the absolute truth. Maya scrambles everything. She's a scrambler, man. Scrambles. Everybody gets scrambled here. Yeah. And we need to, meditate back again on Lord Krishna as the absolute truth, because this is gives us our the solidness. This is how we penetrate the illusion. See, illusion is trying to get you to meditate on things that are not about that are not truthful, not exactly true. So this is so we're lucky. Anyway, all right, I have all these things up here. Why is this? Okay, all right, yeah. Oh man. Anyway, I'm getting all scrambled myself here. Uh, Absolute truth, the primeval cause of all causes of creation, sustenance, and destruction of the manifested universes. See, the primeval cause of the destruction of the manifested universes. See? Why is this not working right here today? Okay. See, the Lord is the cause of the destruction of the manifested universes. Everybody more or less lives in kind of a world of their own. Have you noticed? Live in their own world, their own consciousness. Okay? They do. And so the Lord, if it's not absolute, he destroys that. And there's a world here in this world. You notice the world is kind of being destroyed. They want to destroy what was, the way things were, capitalisms and people buying and selling a certain ways. And so there's a new thing happening here, to create a new world. See, something new, something different. See, who is doing it? Is it really the demons doing it? Is it really? Or is there a primeval cause to this? See, this is where people will find peace when they find the absolute truth. That's the problem. They look at the Maya and that's all they see. They see their one eyes. You one eyes, man. Why don't you come over here and get it really complete? Get two eyes, man. This one eye thing, all seeing eye. You're not seeing much at all, man. You think you're the doers. You think you're doing all this stuff here, man. No, there's a primeval cause. You're just serving that cause, man. Can you imagine how much peace you would get? You know how many people thinking or doing, committing suicide now because they look at the Maya and that's all they see, the one eye. They're only looking through one eyes. We have the problem solved here. Look through two eyes, man. Look through the primeval cause. This is being destroyed. They are only instruments. This is 10th canto, actually. You know, even Vasudev said that all his babies were being killed, and he said Kamsa is just an instrument for destiny. Can you imagine? See, that's enlightenment, man. That's people don't understand. Right? Destiny, all by the will of the Lord. The Battle of Kurukshetra. You know, a lot of people they worship Krishna and they say, "Well, I don't like violence. I don't like violence. I'm not into violence. I'm a Modi goody two shoes." Oh, you should have seen Lalita this morning in church. She was blaspheming the mode of goodness. Yeah, this minister, you see, mode of goody two shoes. You know, just so mode of goodness, boring. You know, dull. Yeah, man. You know, just see. You know, everybody's a servant. I also. That's why even devotees. See, the thing about devotees, they know they're being used by the Lord, and they like it. They're good with it. I don't have to go and say I'm giving a lecture here, man. No, you've been an instrument. I love that, man. Yeah, just let me be a dancing doll in your hand, Lord. That's good. Yeah, give me the information. Give me the ammunition. Let me shoot some things. Let me shoot down some illusions, man. Give me some ammo. Put some arrows in my quiver. Yeah, yeah. We have the greatest life, man. Meditating on the absolute truth and peace, man. All this shit going on here in the world, they're going to take this down, take that down, take away the food. Oh, well, it's done by the Lord. I don't know why I don't have to fight it. I follow. You think these Christians know? You think they're really following what Jesus said? They're out fighting this. I'm going to do it. Jesus said this stuff must come. It's already predicted. It's destiny. Resist not evil, and they're all resisting, wasting time. Let the Lord finish the work and let's have the new world order. Come on, man. Oh, you think it's what the demons are going to make? Are you kidding? What can they do? All they do is screw things up. When the Lord is ready to dissolve something, we're in a new, this is the new world. Actually, literally in the Bible, it's actually predicted even better in many things. Actually, the Vedas and the Bible play together very nicely. They go together in many ways very nicely. Yeah. Yeah, there's a new world coming from this, okay? From all of this destruction, and this is part of it. This is the new world is right here, right there in the book, man. This is the architectural plans is actually Chaitanya Lila, even better, the more deeper understanding of Bhagavatam. Yeah, the Lord wants people just go around chanting Hare Krishna in ecstasy. What's better than that, man? Just tasting the glories of the holy name, purifying the whole universe. Uh, we just got to get inconclusiveness out of the way, you know. See, people have to hear from real devotees. Look at the testimonies we're getting. Fanny puts up a beautiful little short and sweet testimony. You know, and you guys should be humbled if there's any ISKCON devotees. I know, I'm just pointing things out. But hey, man, look, people are getting experiences, spiritual experience. This is God showing the world that what we're doing is bona fide. You know, you wanna have spiritual experiences like that. I know this isn't common amongst devotees. They don't have stuff like this going on, but they do here. Yeah. So this is the will of God. We were talking. People need to listen to our classes every day. If you miss the what do you call it, the live, watch the replay because all this information is coming that hasn't been told before. It's just like a new Jesus trip with more explanations now. You know, I say the same thing. Even those disciples of Jesus would have, they would like to have heard these things that Jesus, held back and said, I have more to tell you, but couldn't because it wasn't revealed then, but it's being revealed now. You know, yeah, these deep truths are amazing. Yeah. Even after I speak them, I watch the replay usually too. Yeah. And everything, things coming out of a lot of devotees here. These are all beautiful things, all coming from God because of their ecstatic worship. This is the prasadam for the world. Yeah, like Fanny was saying, yeah, because of Lalita and Lalita Madhava's association, she became able to taste these things. See, getting the power, getting some bhakti vedantas coming around here, huh? Yeah, yeah. So, let's see. Yeah. So listen, I meditate upon that Lord Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance, and destruction of the manifested universes. Yeah. So people think it's only destruction of only like some big cosmic devastation. No, these things, these small things too. This is a small thing, but it's a big thing in our worlds, right? The way it's kind of an agreed upon way, a system of the way things have been working like this. Yeah. But so the Lord is destroying the old way because He wants something more beautiful. It's always progressive. People think it's going to be a dystopian. It might be for a time or something, but the Lord. This is God's game, man. This is God's life. We're just cells in His body. Yeah, we're just doing His will, whether we know it or not. See, this is talk called faith. You know, if, so anyway, this is the friction is going on, and this is manifesting, and we have our work we're doing. It's just basically call everybody's attention to the truth, where they can find peace. You want peace, or you want to be restless? You think the demigods fighting this are at peace? No, they got a big fight ahead of them. You think the demons, are at peace? They got a lot of work to do, man. There are a lot of stuff to control. Yeah. Only we're like princes, man, just going around with whatever situation we find ourselves in, whatever worlds we are, meditating on Lord Sri Krishna, the absolute truth, and just preaching that, waking people up, giving them a new life, something to live for. That is the most fantastic thing to goal and purpose, God's purpose, man. Because we're all ultimately built for that, and our lives in these worlds are testimonies. See, so don't tell me and complain that you got this or that and everything. Your whole life is a testimony, whatever it is. If your arm is bitten off by a shark, hey man, you got a great testimony there. Don't ask the Lord to grow it back. That lady didn't ask the Lord to grow it back. Oh, here we go. I'm getting hot water. I forget what I said. Actually, I don't want to get into hot water, man. No, you just do whatever you want to do. You want to ask God for something, ask Him. You know, yeah. Why not? Just follow your heart. But basically, everything that you bring to the table is a testimony for the glory of God. People are inspired by that, inspired by people within ordinary situations. Maybe you're just a carpenter, you're a poor person, a beggar. That beggar he wasn't praying to say, hey man, Lord, give me money so I can be Well, he was just happy he was a big. You can ask for whatever you want. The Lord is so great and merciful, but a lot of times you just get. It's like, hey, man, God, just just stay with me, man. I just want to praise you, whatever. I can't think of anything else. Just make the world happy with, knowing you, knowing that you're the cause of all causes. You're the primeval cause of all causes. Yeah. If you can you imagine if you really knew that and felt that and developed faith in that, you would never want to commit suicide. You would look at the world and think, oh, it's as it should be. Oh, this is happening. Well, this is interesting. I wonder what the Lord has in mind. See, what do you think seeing Krishna everywhere means? You think it's just some concept you don't understand that most of these Vaides preach? The stuff they don't actually understand. Practical. I see what he's doing in the movie, man. Yeah. See, the demons are trying to get people attracted to worshiping devils, right? They have these predictive program and everything, but it's not going to ultimately work. It can't because God is so beautiful. God is so attractive. Matter of fact, our preaching is becoming more and more attractive, more and more powerful. Some people, there's got to be a little power, and people are attracted to power, man. Don't ask me to, be a wimp. Sometimes, the people they want to see. I love the authority. I'm the way, the light, and the life. Nobody comes, and I love that. I always love that about Jesus, man. You know. Hey, bring that Advaita Acharya here. The one he called for, the one he prayed for is here and is going to bring devotional service to the doors of everybody in this world. I like that authority. You like that authority? And Advaita, he can be authoritative too. I'll be a servant of my Lord if I can bring him here. Yeah, yeah. See, this is spiritual business. Everything else is monkey business. From everybody, you're just a monkey until you get into spiritual business. Let's get to the business. Let's do some business here, real business. Otherwise, everything else is monkey business. These are the real transactions. The Lord wants to transact with each living entity, man. He wants to have transactions. He wants you to give him your attention, and he's going to give you back ecstasy. Now that's a pretty good deal, huh? You'll see that's the best deal, man. The best wealth, man. Let's do some of this, kids. Let's be really good capitalists here. Let's capitalize on the situation. Hare Krishna. It's funny. I keep losing. Oh, there it is. Oh, oh. See, I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Sri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. See, that's why this book is here. That's why this understanding is here. That's why these conceptions are here. So we can meditate on what will really make us happy, which is basically the happiness of the Lord. He's just teaching us to meditate on the truth that He is, that He meditates on. And then we get the happiness that He has. We come on the same page as the Lord, God. He's meditating on what's being. That's why Prabhupada was so happy writing these books. He knew how important they were, and he was so happy when he appeared to me to preach these things. Can you imagine why he would say, "This, what you are doing has my full approval, not just any approval, my full approval." He wanted people to really meditate as it is. And you cannot meditate as it is on these verses until ecstatic devotion meditates, manifests in your heart and starts purifying you big time, where you start crying a lot. Maria was telling me, I don't know why, I'm all morning, I'm just crying, crying, crying. And she says, Lord Chaitanya and these four are with me 24/7 now. Can you imagine? I said, that's why you're crying. They're around 24/7. That's why you're crying. The Lord, when the Lord comes close, you start to become like him, a crybaby. You start laughing after a while too. Yeah, and Prabhupada said, unless you start crying, you haven't even begun cultivating devotional service. So all devotees out there can ask themselves, are you crying engaging in your whatever devotional service you're doing under whatever guru you're doing it? Are you crying a lot? Because that's where you're really cultivating devotional service. That's what Jesus meant. You must be born again to enter the kingdom. That's part of it. You see, when you're born, you're slapped on the ass and you start going, wah! Well, that happens spiritually too. Ask Lolita, she cried a lot. Boy, she a long time. How long did you cry? For a couple of years? She's still crying. River. Govinda cries too. I've seen him. But he's a man, men like to hold back. They gotta stiff up her lip. It's British thing.
Johan is a crier.
Oh yeah, he's a crier too. Yeah.
It's very
And Freddie, Freddie.
Is Freddie here?
No,
Oh,
I say
Freddie.
he's
Oh,
a crier
he's a
now.
crier. Yeah, he's a crier. All right. Yeah.
Crybaby.
Yeah, we like crybabies. Very important part. Yeah. Only because of him do the material universe is temporarily manifested by the reaction of the three modes of nature appear factual, although they are unreal. Yeah, this is deep stuff. I mean, only because of the Lord do, does this appear factual. And only because of the Lord is it destroyed. See, even in our minds, this is part of the destruction, my friends. See, destroying our illusions. See, the illusory world that we live in, and even our heads. See, we start to live in the Lord's world much better. Oh, much better, man. Ooh, His world is better. See, it's not like we just live in His world, then His world and our nature begins to manifest, and then our worlds combined. It's like a nuclear bomb, man. The splitting the atom, combining, and pew, then your life explodes, man, in a great way. Fireworks. Pew, pew, pew. Uh, See, which is, I meditate on Him, Lord Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. And that's getting the shelter. Okay? That's why the Lord had people chant. The Lord had people chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, especially giving them the potency so you get the taste and the inspiration to continue to meditate. See, meditate on that Lord Krishna. You need it. You need it. What do you call it? Inspiration to do it, right? You need that Bhakti Lata Bij. You need to be activated. You need to get spiritual awakened taste. See, and then we meditate more and more and more, and we're getting purified more and more and more and more. And it becomes like, oh yeah, I'm attracted to meditate on this. It's not an austerity. I'm not just doing a Vaidhi practice chanting. I chant my 16 dry rounds. So you become really interested, and then you start to feel God. Very important, that feeling, awakened feeling. Yeah. That's the Lord's feelings. Then you develop a nature of the Lord. His feelings are ecstatic feelings. You develop that. If people see you, they actually see the Lord's nature through you. And if they don't like it, and it's not surprising, that means they're maybe covered by even the mode of goodness. Jarasandha was he was a Kshatriya, but he was in the mode of goodness too. He was a very pious king, followed the rules, regulations, but he couldn't see the ecstatic platform of the Lord. This is where the devotees are. Most of them, they brought many of them up to the mode of goodness, but they can't see this ecstatic platform here that's being manifest, that's being distributed. And they want us to stop because they think it's the rope is a snake. This is a rope, not a snake. See, that's why even the mode of goodness is not perfect. Look at Daksha. He was in the mode of goodness. Prajapati, demigod, nice guy, right? He couldn't recognize what we're manifesting here in this world. Is it surprising that the Vaishnavas can't understand what we are doing when even Daksha couldn't understand the same kind of energy that Shiva was manifesting? See? So that's the challenge here. See, what was the ultimate result of being seemingly against Daksha? See? Wrestling with Daksha. See? What was the result? Integration. See, from that conflict, it's what the demons use, the same thing. We use the same thing. This is, see, they use conflicts to get a synthesization and integration of what models they're putting into the world. So you got to have the conflict. No conflict, no integration is the same thing. That's why Jesus said, "Don't think I came to this world to bring peace. I came with a sword to cause division." What do the demons do? Cause division. What does Gauri do? Cause division. Whoa, what's going on here? This is, I think, a secret agent. Are we 007s here? I think we're 007s. I think we're triple sevens here. See? That's why they want us to shut up, right? Stop doing what you do, man. This is offensive. See, it's offensive to tell such truths, right? It's offensive to show the truth, to show ecstasy in the world. Yeah, that's a great book. It's offensive to show ecstasy. Yeah? And we just keep pushing it forward. We just keep pushing Lalita forward. Just push her and go on. Just show them more there. Create more conflict, man. Piss them off more, man. It's great. This is how we integrate into the world. After a while, they start, oh, yeah, I see ecstatic devotees coming down the road. It's always like that. It has to be. Yeah. See, and then the masses, see, they can also be forever free. See, meditate on Lord Sri Krishna, who is forever free. You see, in the spiritual world, and then we become free like that. Yeah, it's fantastic. We got on the best path, man. You show me any better path than this. Like the Tony Robbins thing. He's a nice guy too. He's one of these good guys. You know, yeah. He likes money, man. Oh, that guy I really like. I mean, he's there's never enough in wealth for that guy, man. Wants more and more and more. Power too. He wants the power also. But that's even in mode of goodness, good. But it's the passion there mixed in also. Okay? But you can't find peace. You can't. There's no peace there. That's the only thing. See, always restless, always doing stuff. I watched his autobiography. You should watch it. It's very interesting. A little bit. You don't have to watch the whole thing. You look at his schedule. The guy is always doing, kind of looking at his clock, man. He's going from one thing to another to another. Oh my God, the guy's thinking, and everybody's thinking, "Wow, what a great life." I'm thinking, boy, that made me dizzy. See, that's a mode of passion. Always see, you can't. That when you cultivate the mode of passion, and why does he do it? Mainly because he doesn't. He's an intelligent guy, but he doesn't have this information. He's not connected with this parampara. We have all this information, all this stuff, so that you can understand what you're doing and why you're like you are, and to find real peace, even peace beyond the mode of goodness. This is what we're here to teach. How to get that. It's just like what Jesus did, just like he preached the peace that surpasses all understanding, not the peace of this world. I come not to give. That's what we're describing here in the very first verse. Where does it get so clear as that? Meditate on Sri Krishna, the primeval cause of. How could you be, restless, knowing that verse and meditating on that verse, especially hearing that verse for the first time after 40 years of those who haven't realized this verse, who are not the transcendental flutes of the Lord. You can't even understand the songbook from the real guru. Ecstatic prema emanates, and by their word, all this ignorance is destroyed. And one is the false guru. Has to be destroyed. Yeah, you don't like this concept, right? You don't like that the real devotee, the real guru, the real spiritual master is a resident of Vrindavan, and they have the ecstasy of the devotees of Vrindavan, and people must see it so they can have real confidence. Look at it. Look at was it Karuna was saying, "Oh, I saw him ecstasy again." Well, great. Thomas the doubter, he finally sees it. He saw it first in Goari, then he sees it in River Yamuna. He's still doubting, right? And finally, big revelation. He sees it in Freddie, and now he's getting convinced. That's amazing, isn't it? Well, whatever it takes to get that guy. He's like, put the finger in the wound thing, and then, okay, Lord, I believe. Good, whatever it is, it's good. See, Freddie, it was important because you were Mr. Stoic for 5 years, and he's wondering how come everybody doesn't have ecstasy like that. Beauty, not bear. Well, you got to see the beauty in the bear also there, Andromeda. There's beauty in bears, right? Yeah. I meditate upon him because he is the absolute truth. So, verse 2, completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated, this Bhagavat Purana propounds the highest truth. That's all you need to find peace in this world. This Bhagavat Purana, all you need is the highest truth to meditate on. To hear that vibration chanted, to be purified, and then you're chanting. You purify the world. People listen to you, and they develop devotional mellows. They develop that. That's how they get bhakti lata bij. They get it from you. See, that's why completely. What do you need religion for? What do you need to be running around all day long doing this program, that program, and everything? That's okay for the beginning, but come on, man. All a person has to do is get this bhakti lata bij from a real guru and real associates here, you know, and then just meditate on these verses, like doesn't the Bhagavatam said, I meditate on Lord Krishna, where and it says rejecting all these activities. This is why it's so hard to take this preaching here, because I just tell you how the Bhagavatam is. You're praising the activities Bhagavatam says to reject. You're praising the Varnashram Dharma that Lord Caitanya rejected as external bhakti. See? I can reject this now. Matter of fact, I must reject it. The same thing with Vedavyas. He also rejected. He said, hey, man, my heart ain't happy teaching Varnashram Dharma stuff and even liberation stuff. So therefore, the Bhagavatam is here. You see, it's already starts right out rejecting religious activities that are materially motivated. Do you see why? Aren't you tired of kissing the ass of ministers who are just flying around in jets and get so excessive they got two, not just one? Do you believe it? One guy has two jets. He says, well, I need two. And the guy's the biggest demon I ever seen, too. I mean, literally, he looks like a friggin' demon. And people, they believe in demons, They believe these guys. Ministers even have names. Crefalo Dollar. You can't get more, what they call candid than that. This is God trying to teach fools. They just don't listen after a while, They just, see? And so, but okay, that's fine. You start like that, but I'm here. Birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the clubs from above and a little pushing and shove. Yeah, yeah. Birds and the bees. Yeah. See, completely rejecting all religious activities that are materially motivated. Materially motivated. It's just this Bhagavatam is beautiful. It's a Purana. You just meditate on these truths, taste these truths, and all is well. See, the devotees are motivated by taste, isn't this? Why do you think I come here every day? I want to taste these verses. Hey, you become just like these verses in samsara. The devotees are always eagerly to taste the conjugal pastimes of the Lord, or any pastime, whatever they want to do. Whether they're preaching Bhagavad Gita or the highest literatures, always eager to taste these scriptures. This is the real path, and you can't get that qualification anywhere else except through those devotees. So the question is, are you gurus tasting these verses to the point of tears and laughter and everything like we're promoting here? If you're not in the real Bhagavatam yet, nor do you teach it. Do you see why Lord Caitanya said, hey, I'm going to rip up his Bhagavatam? Do you see why Gaur Hari Das is saying mainly the same thing? You're not really qualified. You can't taste devotional mellows. You're not the real spiritual master. They should not be bowing down to you and asking for mercy that you can't give. I know you don't like these conceptions, but they're very true. They're in the vision of the revealed scriptures. Therefore, that's why this will be synthesized into the deliverance of the world. It must be. Otherwise, people don't get delivered. They still just keep their religious things going. See, lifetime after lifetime. They have to have this kind of preaching, exposing the Pharisee type preaching, right? Somebody's got. That's why people still remember Jesus, because he exposed the Pharisees. That's why this preaching will be remembered. We expose the Phariseers, the sannyasis, and the gurus, even if they don't have ecstatic love of God. Expose. Exposure. Get the clear picture. We're in the dark room here. This world is Gaur Das's dark room. It's very dark here. And you're the negatives, these negative concepts that are not pleasing to the Lord. We develop those negatives till we get a very clear picture about the absolute truth. So people have a bear of a time here to bear this truth. See? You see how the conflict has to happen, because if people don't get pissed off about the truth, it can't get synthesized. We got to create a side. See, like Moses, he created a side. He started this preaching, the 10 Commandments, and said, choose. And people fought him at first, right? They fought him. And what won? The 10 Commandments won over. Why? Because it's more of the truth. Same thing, we got to fight the Vaidhi system that's materially motivated now, is resistance. How do we fight it? Preach the real Bhagavatam. What a concept, huh? Preach, hey man, abandon all varieties of religion. It's time now. Got the order to preach this stuff. Anybody want to come over here? You want to live? You want to feel real life? You want to chant in ecstasy? You want to call the Lord and he comes and you start crying? Or do you want the Lord to just come and you don't even call him sometimes? He comes anyway because he likes your association. He likes people who like his devotees. That's why give up this family here? He likes people who like his devotees. Otherwise, watch out, man. He's going to spank you somehow. Yeah, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavan is Krishna himself. It's the concept. He's the concept. He's the, what they call the paradigm. See, people talk about you want to expand your life, expand your paradigm. Well, you can't expand it any more than the conception of the absolute truth as it is. And then you go deeper in it and it expands, even though there's no room for expansion. It expands. It's magical, mystical. I mean, if you want to, like no one bona fide in ISKCON, no one bona fide in the Gaudiya Me, well, just prove it now, man. Well, we're just calling think of this like a poker game, right? You're playing poker, everybody's looked their hands, and there's a lot of audience, and they're wondering who has the winning hand, right? And these guys, these are guru. I put Gohar, he's the guru there too. Okay, but he's in the thing. We just kind of forced our way in, and they don't want us in the game, do they? We just kind of get in there, and we put our money on the table, and they don't like us playing, do they? So they're looking at their hands, all of Gaudiya Smriti, Gaudiya Math, and Lord Caitanya's Amazing Grace Place. Even our name sounds better, doesn't it? Lord Caitanya's Amazing. So we are looking at our hands, and they don't want to put their hands down because they don't want to show their followers, right? And Gohar is saying, I think you're all bluffing. I think in Gaudiya Smriti you're bluffing. I don't think you got love of God. I don't think you got the qualifications to deliver your disciples. I say the ISKCON Guru. I say, Radhanath, let us see your hand. Jai Pataka. How about you, Prem Paroj? Let's see. I see him holding it back, the big, powerful ecstasy he may or may not have. I'm saying, let's call your bluff. See, I want to see, are you bluffing or not? If you got the hand there, let's see the straight flush. Let's see your Vedanta comes from Bhakti. Straight flush. You got a lot of Bhakti Vedantas out there, right? Come on, man. Let's see you got a straight flush. Let's see your Vedanta comes from Bhakti. Let's see you awaken devotion to Krishna like we do here, huh? Even my disciples awaken devotion to Krishna and others. Let's see you do that. Let's just put the truth above everything. Come on. I know I'm overconfident, huh? Ooh. Come on. Yeah, and these guys, they say, you see, nobody will take him seriously. You know, why should we come? Why should we show our hand? We got a good thing going. They ain't going to believe you. They're brainwashed and they like being brainwashed. They don't want to think for themselves. We just say, that's offensive to hear, to question us, to question whether we've got the truth or not. It is offensive. And they believe that. So, what is it? What is Gorhar, we don't have to come and take a chance. We might lose. See, they don't want to take a chance. They might lose all their followers, huh? But I'm not trying to gain that. I want you to gain your followers. I want you to deliver your disciples. What's so bad about that? I like you to be real gurus. Maybe you are, but maybe you aren't. But I kind of think you're not. But, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Come show us your hand. Show us your Vedanta comes from pure bhakti and that you awakened at least one person in your Sangha. I only got a handful of followers, right? I got a handful and so many are awakening. Show me one out of thousand, or no, maybe two, because some may come and they're just in the wrong place. They come from their life. Show me two or three at least that are awakening ecstatic devotion. Otherwise, come here and learn the real Bhagavatam, the real Gita, the real essence. Learn from my students and disciples and intimate friends. The real path they're showing you right in your face by their own example. And you just follow that example and you get the same result. Give up your arrogance. You'll give it up when you see, wow, is that the result of following a real guru? That you can be ecstatic like Lalita and Govinda and also many others and rivers? Maybe you're following the real path. You mean I have to give up my arrogance? I don't know. I've had arrogance for a long time. Why should I give up my thing that I'm better than you? What's better than all of us is the truth, isn't it? That's how you get over a false ego. You meditate on the truth. People say you just want to put yourself above everybody. I want to put the truth above everybody. What's wrong with that? That's the eternal truth. It should be above everybody. If it is, then we find real peace. We find real ecstasy. We find real transcendence. We find everything. We find Krishna and Radha when we put the truth above everything else. Let the Lord smash me if I'm wrong. Let the Lord smash me for pointing out and calling people out if it's wrong. Let's put up the truth. So, River, give us a word.
I'm all excited.
Yeah?
Mm. Yeah. Everything that you speak about now is related to Krishna. Every word. I mean, it probably was before, and I didn't hear it clearly. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was before, and I didn't hear it clearly. One of the great things about Karuna is when he does listen, he hears every single word. Oh my God. Honestly, Maharaj is brilliant. He puts me to shame, actually, really. It's a really great thing. I mean, he has many things, that Krishna seems to be polishing at the moment, but that one is great. But listening to your words now, it's like living the dream, because we are just been living this life that we've been living in this material way, and now that has all been lifted now, and it's like, oh my God, oh my God, all these things, like you just said, our whole life is a testimony to the Lord. Now, with being cleared out more so than before, it seems like my whole life actually is a testimony to the Lord, actually, because he's been there watching away and kind of going, come this way sometimes, but this way you just shone the light on my what does Karuna always call it, my reality tunnel, my own reality tunnel that I have had has just now been broken, to join the Lord's reality tunnel, and that is coming to me now. People's own reality tunnels, they're just bumper cars, they're just hitting each other. Everybody wants to live their own narrative. It's just causing more darkness, more and more darkness. Here, the light, the truth is just setting us free. Your words are just alive and full and uplifting, and oh my gosh, and I'm like, oh God, I think I need to go and take a rest now. I need to go, I need to go lie down and process what Maharaj has been talking about, because it's just so much from all directions, and I feel the power of the Lord. I ain't taking no bullshit, even my own bullshit. It's just too tiresome. This way is wow. All I can do is wow, and keep coming, keep being with the family, keep getting through those little bits of purifications, remnants of those, and just keep being, because here is real true being and meditation, Maharaj, real meditation, on meditating on reality, the Lord himself coming through. Trying to sit down and just sit there and just meditate. Trying to still your mind. Oh my God. This way is automatically happening, with the words, the words of absolute truth, just drowning out your own words that come more so now. And it just keeps following, it just keeps getting better. There you go. I think I might have to lie down.
Yeah. It's really the knack is meditating on the Lord's word. After a while, our this self, what do they call that? You're meditating on this false identity, and it's an illusion, and that's why there's no peace in that. Yeah, it's all nothing but dark illusions and everything. The truth is meditating on the Lord and his pastimes, everything, because we're all connected to that. See, that is the true self, is the Lord, and that's why all these revelations and realizations come from his devotees. Yeah, and we're meditating on, they're the word of God. This is God, is his word. He is these words. See, all these things relate. In the beginning was the word was with God, the word was God, is God. See, this word is God. It's, and this peace and it's happiness. It gives happiness to the Lord when we're doing like this. And that's really the truth. When we wake up, you wake up is actually what we're doing is giving the Lord happiness, and that's our happiness. That's Vrindavan. See? Okay? Oh, wow, your happiness, Lord. Huh?
We always like to please. When to please somebody here, it kind of gives you some satisfaction when you kind of please somebody. But this, pleasing the Lord himself
Mm.
and feeling his pleasure,
Yeah.
I've already felt a little bit.
Yeah.
But being on this path and feeling the Lord's pleasure and enjoyment and happiness, because I am actually hearing from his devotees, that they can't, there's nothing better than that. And I'm so glad I've come here after everything that has happened and been
Yeah.
happening. Wow, talk about peace and shelter,
Yeah.
relaxation, and
Yeah.
real friends. Yeah.
Yeah, we're here to show the Lord's happiness, basically. this is the, it's reflected on the devotees. It's the ecstasy, this laughing, this crying, the jovial moods, and this is God. This is His the reflection of that, because we're in the Lord. See, He's in us now. See, so that's being in us. He shows it that way. Yeah. Yeah. Govinda, give us a word. Thank you, there, River. That's great.
Hare Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Hare Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Hare
That's it, huh? Great word. Tom, give us a word. Awesome.
Oh my God. Nothing is coming out this mouth. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. This. I'm so excited because of meeting and talking, connecting to Freddie today, and
Oh yeah,
oh,
that's great. Yeah, yeah.
and he told me that it was Tuka's birthday today, so I'm all over the place, and I love all of you.
Okay, great, fantastic. Okay, so we'll see you guys later, huh? And we'll be back. And oh, Lilita, you want to give us a word, Lilita, before we go?
Sorry, toilet.
That's I know, I know. You want to give us a word before we go?
But yeah, I saw this piece in Yamuna for the first time today. It was marvelous. Was really, I wrote it in, that's what I wanted to see. It was in her video, and I saw it. Suddenly she said, "That's peace," and then I say, "Yeah, now it's there. Now it's there. That peace what Jesus was talking about. That
Super.
you really,
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, but I realize more and more how fortunate we are, because Radha says, you always say fortunate, needs to be fortunate. How fortunate we are in this Sangha. I think this is so exclusive, extremely exclusive. Today again, talking to that minister,
Mm,
I'm so surprised that she's teaching that to children. What St. Francis brought, she's teaching that it's not at all what St. Francis brought. She has no idea about what he brought. She has no idea about what Jesus brought. It's only mode of goodness, and take care of the animals, and take care of the lowest under the poor people. I said, but it's poor in spirit. She doesn't understand.
no.
I tried everything. I talked about ecstatic Christians, and oh, is that charismatic movement in Belgium? I said no. They tried to explain. She was not interested. People, oh, how can they live like that while this is available? Why this? I tried to talk with people, but and then those who are in church, who are really doing their best and going to church on Sunday
Yeah.
and Sunday feeds, etc., they go back home with not much actually.
No. That's why it takes so long. But that's why if people come to the devotees who are on this platform, they make very fast advancement.
Oh yeah, look, few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, a few days and you receive that spirit. Oh my God, for all the rest of your lives, being ignorant. But yeah, we need to preach the mercy. The mercy, the mercy is given to you by Guru.
Mm.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, and also it's given through the devotees here too now. See, the Lord's using. That's the way the Lord works. See, the Lord would pass on the potency to people he would meet. They would start chanting. They become spiritual teachers and masters, And even before, when they would go, they had the potency. They had taste. They go to their villages, and they would also influence others. See, so you don't have to be necessarily a Mahabhagavat. Uh, you have the taste and the relishing mellows, and you can affect others like you affected what's her name, Fanny. You know, um, yeah. So it's great. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm here for the conclusive thing. I don't know. There's some reason there must. I just like the
The real
conclusive.
God, the
Yeah,
real God.
really. I find it's just. I just want to praise that.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay. So why don't we adjourn? I'm getting hungry, and see you later. Hare Krishna. Worked up an appetite here. All this ecstatic chanting and stuff.